What is depreciation? Depreciation is the monetary value of an asset decreasing over time due to wear and tear, use, or obsolescence. That doesn't seem very helpful. If you're a business owner or a real estate investor or somebody who's curious about getting into this space, I want to make a quick video for you today to talk about a word that can seem a little bit elusive and hard to understand. It's a really important word as you scale your real estate company, and we're going to talk about that specifically today because it plays so well into the income, the rate of income that you make in real estate. So we can do a separate video on that. We'll talk about the income streams of real estate. Make sure you keep an eye out for that one as it's coming. But today we're just going to talk about depreciation. I read the definition as you look it up online, but my kind of simple way of thinking about it is that it is just a scheduled way of decreasing the value of a piece of equipment or a house, for that matter, some tangible asset, over time as it's used, as it kind of wears out. So for example, Aaron and I used to run a photography business here in Indianapolis, and when we would depreciate our cameras, we spend $3,000 on a camera, and our CPA would depreciate that over maybe 3 years, and you can depreciate only the value, the face value of that device. So for our cameras, we would get $1,000 of depreciation over each year, with the assumption that as you use the camera, it becomes less valuable, and at the end of that time, you essentially can dispose of it or whatever. The idea behind that is you get to take that off of your top line revenue as a way to reduce your tax burden. So how does this work with real estate? So one of the key things that you'll want to know as you're investing in real estate, especially if you're buying and holding rental properties, is when this is going to take place for you. When you purchase the property, whatever you buy the property for, there's a schedule that's set by the IRS that is 27.5 years is the depreciation schedule for that purchase. So if it's a $100,000 house, it'll get put on a schedule that depreciates over 27.5 years. So you can only grab small kind of pieces of that along the way. But when you're doing renovations to the property, those would fall into a different depreciation schedule. These are all different, they're put differently, but this is something that you can dig in on with your CPA to really help maximize your rate of return on your money as you can reduce your total taxable event, or your taxable income rather. So, how this might work when you're doing renovations. If you are, for example, putting new flooring on a property, or putting new appliances, or updating the landscaping, these are all different things that you might do to a property, and they all have different ways that they can be depreciated. For example, if you're going to do a bunch of work and remodel a kitchen, that would be a good example where you could bundle up all the work that you've done. Let's say you spent $15,000 redoing a kitchen. You can bundle that and package it with your CPA, and you can depreciate that $15,000 over 5 years. So to wrap up what we're talking about today, it's a quick intro to it. With the $15,000 kitchen, how you can think about it then ultimately is if you spend $15,000 on a kitchen and you depreciate that over 5 years, you essentially are putting yourself in a schedule where $3,000 per year is going to be a reduced amount on your taxable income through that endeavor. So what you've done is you've taken a $15,000 expense that you probably don't need to take all in the first year, and you are putting it over a schedule of 5 years for this example, and you would then ultimately get to stretch out what you're doing there. But the idea being your kitchen wears out, you have to do more to it. It's putting your rate of wear and tear on your asset on a schedule that helps you from a tax burden as well. Hope this is helpful. If you guys got more questions, put them in the comments below. We'd be happy to share more details and do more videos if you guys find interest in it. Let us know. Thanks.